order for let's spill the tea.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Oh, tis time to return to the podcast. Hello. Um,
E-
I was about to say, did you mute your mic?
Hi.
There you go.
I guess I accidentally touched it.
Oh my God, you're a
This
dum
is
dum.
this is the bad things with technology. I
Yeah.
don't know how to use it.
You were literally just using it fine, and then I say, "Hey, I'm hitting record," and you fuck it all up.
Okay, well, I'm one to fuck things up when it's supposed to be good. Okay.
Yeah, you tend to do that. Any-
You.
Anyway, how are you?
I just threw up.
Okay, so that's your tea of the week. Like,
My tea for the week is that tomorrow is my anniversary.
I'm sorry, I already know this story, but we got to tell the listeners.
What story? Which
You,
one, the throw up or the anniversary?
it was all tied together.
Okay, so me and my boyfriend's anniversary is
My boyfriend
tomorrow.
and I.
Oh, well, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, please don't say names. I'm
You
gonna
can.
have to bleep that out. She was referring to like our old English teacher from high school.
So now that's bleeped out, so now you don't know.
Yeah, you can't. I'm really not trying to triangulate where we're from.
Anyway, mine and my boyfriend's anniversary is tomorrow. And today, I started off by going to the doctor. So today did not start great. And then we went to a K barbecue spot, like near my house. And I thought that it was from the K barbecue because when I got home, I was fine for like an hour and a half. And then I just started throwing up in the bathroom. And I was like fighting for my life in there for
Bitch
like
fell
an
asleep
hour.
on the bathroom floor. Like,
I fell asleep and then I had to take a shower because it was too dirty.
yeah, you know what? I'm still
So,
gonna say it's the like K barbecue place because for those of you who don't know me, my boyfriend manages a K barbecue and hot pot place, and I think it's because you cheated on his restaurant.
hey,
You cheated on his restaurant, so this is karma.
okay, well, it's not my fault that the K-pot, K-barbecue spot, was near where I had to go to the doctor, and my boyfriend was trying to be nice and not make me drive everywhere, okay? That's not my fault. But to be fair, the last time I was nauseous, like a week ago, I had sugar cookies, and then I didn't have sugar cookies again until today, and then I threw up.
Did you put
It's the
like
sugar
rat poison
cookies.
in them or something? Like,
Yes. Actually,
oh,
the goal
okay.
was to give them to you,
Oh, okay.
but but I just I forgot when you were here the last time. So now I'm just
Uh,
poisoning myself.
yes. I was offered donuts, not cookies.
Yeah, I made those too. Kind of sad you denied them.
I wasn't hungry.
I actually did not make them. I don't
Yeah, I
know
was
why I
gonna say
said
those look
that.
store-bought.
I don't know why I said that.
Anyway, yeah. So you have great tea this week. Are you drinking any tea or are you drinking just water because you're
Oh, I
dying?
do. I have vanilla chai.
Yummy.
Are you drinking tea?
I was waiting for you to ask because I'm like, I Dunkin' green tea, strawberry dragon fruit refresher that I got after my nail appointment today. And my mom
Do,
was like, I really want Dunkin'. And I was like, okay. And then my mom goes, oh, I don't feel like reloading my account, so you're gonna have to pay for your own Dunkin'. I was like, bitch, what
I
the
would have just
fuck?
not gotten Dunkin'.
No, I got
If I
Dunkin'.
have to pay
I was
for it with
hungry.
my parents, if I go somewhere with my parents or my grandparents, if I have to pay for something, I will not buy it. Like, I just
Plus, like, I
don't buy
drove
it.
her to her. She was the one who originally had the nail appointment. So I was like, oh, why don't you just like book me a nail appointment too at that point? Because I'm gonna be there for like 2 hours anyway. So I was gonna take her to this appointment anyway, and I'm like, why do I get nothing out of this? I had to pay for my own nails too. I'm gonna start this off by saying apologies to Whoever has to edit the sound for episode 1, aka me.
You.
Yeah, I edit everything. Um, I also apologize to those of you who listen to it. The audio
It's not gonna be
quality,
great.
the
But
audio quality was terrible.
I can't even like criticize it though, because I'm not the one doing it. So
Yeah, I got like so agitated. Like I've been editing this for the past 2 days as of when we're recording this episode.
I
And the
just
amount
realized
what?
that I look like a pasty white piece of
Oh
paper.
my God. Did you like put like a light on or something?
The desk light is on right next to
Oh,
me. And I just like looked at myself and I look
I
like
fucking
I'm
can't.
glowing.
Oh my
I
God.
literally look like a I look like my own light source.
Aren't you so glad we don't post videos?
Yes. I would be like, who's this
Like so we can dress like
transparent
fucking
girl?
slobs and call it a day.
Who
But
is this transparent girl?
you. Um but yeah, editing episode 1, it's going to be bad. It's going to be choppy. It's like I might actually edit episode 2 before I finish editing
It's
episode
okay.
1
It's
because
fine.
like I get so annoyed with like I'm literally like it's not even like I'm cutting out like patches of silence. Like I am, don't get me wrong. Like there are moments where we just have like long gaps of silence. And I'm not even halfway through everything. I literally I mean, I'm sure if you're listening to this episode, you listen to episode 1. I literally put a disclaimer in it being like, yeah, the audio quality just goes downhill from here. Good luck, guys. Like,
Do you remember Graveyard Girl? Like the YouTuber?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Bunny?
And she would, yes, and she would always take a sip of a drink and she would go, ah. That's what I thought about when you were drinking your Dunkin'.
Oh my God. That just came out of nowhere. I'm like complaining about shit, and you're just like, you remind me of Graveyard Girl.
Okay, but like that's how we always are.
Yeah.
One of your gifts literally said you're overstimulating bestie.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, you want to hear that other story I was talking about last week, the one that I gave you a choice on?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah.
we are doing a survivor story today, which it's graphic. This is a very graphic story, so this is your trigger warning.
I was just gonna
Um
say that trigger warning.
this trigger warning, there it covers multiple things. But if you're listening to a true crime podcast, please be aware that like a lot of these topics will be discussed that I'm not going to put a trigger warning on every single episode. But this one, just because we're in the first few episodes, um, I'm gonna go over it a bit because, like I said, this story, I remember hearing about it a few years ago. This happened back in the 90s, but I didn't hear about it till like a few years ago, obviously, because it's so dark. Yeah, so let's just go over a few of the trigger warnings in this. Um, Rape, attempted murder. As I said, she survived. Um, Partial disembodiment and disembowelment. The faces you're making. I wish y'all could see.
Disembowelment. That
Disembowelment.
scares me so bad. You know, like the scene in the Saw movies, the pool scene.
Yes. Oh my God.
I've never seen Saw, so I don't
I've
even
seen them
know what it
all.
looks like, but I've heard people talk about that scene, and like it's actually like,
It's
oh
bad.
my,
It's bad. Like there's a lot of like scenes and I love the Saw movies. A lot of people like to fight me on that. It's my favorite horror movie franchise. But it's such a good movie. They're such good movies. And I think there's one coming out like next year or this year or something.
well,
Like it's
unfortunately, I am not one for that.
no one's gonna go see that movie with me. I already know it. All right. So let's spill the tea on Alison Botha. Botha? I'm not sure. I'm saying
Both
Botha. Botha. What?
I shouldn't be laughing because this is like really like sad. It's also a person's name.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something, but
I'm saying Botha just because she's from South Africa. So I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
don't
say,
really know.
I don't think it's a strong O. But so Botha was born on September 22nd, 1967. As far as I know, she's still alive today. I'm gonna say that now, as I've already triangulated that this is a survivor story. She was born in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. When she was 10, her parents divorced. She lived with her mom and brother. She had a fairly normal life. You know, she was head girl at excuse me if I say this wrong, because like it's like college E8 collegiate. I don't know. Collegiate high school for girls. And when her education was completed, she decided to, travel overseas. This girl was living her best life. She was the head girl she was like the top tier student. Like, oh,
She had a lot going for her.
she had a lot going for her. And then when she got back home after traveling, she found a job as an insurance broker, and she loved her job. As someone who has
Honestly, good for
never,
her.
I was gonna say she works in insurance and she enjoyed her job. Like,
Insurance is a really
yeah,
bad field.
it's well, I mean, she's a broker, so I guess like she had a little
It's not as
easier.
bad.
It's not as
Yeah.
bad, yeah. But on December 18th, 1994, her life would change forever. She was 27 years old and she went out with her friends for a fun night. So, I believe she was driving everybody around. She was like the DD. For those of you who don't know what a DD, it's a designated driver. If you don't know what a DD is, I don't know if you should be listening to this. Um, I feel like you'd be
Yeah.
too young. Anyway, once her last friend was dropped off, she was ready to go home. She didn't want to go out anymore. But when she got home, she would never make it inside.
That's so
She
sad.
Yeah,
Imagine
it's
making it home, but you don't make it to your door.
yeah, she never made it to her door. So she reached into the passenger seat to grab her things, and then a man opened her door and held her at knife point. So this is it's just gonna start going downhill from here, guys. Just
So she literally gets home, gets out, and somebody's just like,
no, she doesn't even get out.
so she just opened the door and they pulled her out.
No, she is in her car, like her stuff is on the passenger seat, like sitting on the passenger seat. So she's
Oh.
reaching over to grab it, but someone else opened her car door and held her at knife
Oh.
point. Look at it. She doesn't
Damn.
even make it inside, guys. Like, there's no chance. The man opened her door and held her at knife point and made her move over, which basically trapped her inside the car. She was not getting out.
Mm.
But she was being smart. Even though she was scared, she complied. She followed every like command direction that this man gave. And this man, he called himself Clinton. That is not his name. I'll get there in a second. He claimed the usual, I don't want to hurt you, but I have to
But
do
I'm going
this.
to.
Yeah.
But I'm going to.
And he only needed to borrow the car for an hour. Uh-huh.
Why do you have to borrow it with her in it?
Just wait. Just wait. Remember, we already know that if you say the line, I'm not here to hurt you, or anything along
You're
those lines,
you
you're
plan on
going
doing
to.
it. Yeah.
So, oh, literally the next line I have is everything he said was a lie.
Because yeah,
Because yeah,
classic males.
his real name was Franz Dutoit. Um, he drove to another part of Port Elizabeth to pick up. Oh my God, I can't read my own handwriting. I'm just gonna say his last name because I cannot read his first name. Kruger,
Freddie.
literally. Um, no, Thunes. It's Theuns. It's not a name I'm
Thuns,
familiar with.
Thuns.
Thunes. Yeah, I don't know. So we're just gonna call him by his last name, Kruger. That's how you do most people when you're talking about him. So they picked up Kruger. So now there's two men in this car with her.
I would be shitting my pants.
Oh, she totally was. The men took Botha to a secluded area outside of the city. So like, this is already getting bad. Like, they're like, why do you need my
That
car? Where are we going?
but they people always tell you like don't let them take you to a second location. It's even worse when that second location is like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Do you want to know what these men were nicknamed? It's just going to say where this story is going. As I've
Okay.
already given the trigger warnings. These men would later be known as the Ripper rapists. I almost said racists. I meant to say rapist.
I mean, they probably are if they're other things.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely sexist, but
Yeah.
anyway, they were like, "We want to have sex with you." And she was like, No, no, thank you." And, you know, these men already have a history of violence on women. So, like, they already have a criminal record. Like, they're known to, like,
What were
rape.
they arrested for? Rape?
Um, from this case or previous cases?
No, like their previous like cases.
Um, I do not know if I have that listed. I just know that, like, they do have priors.
So it's probably some sort of like domestic violence or
Yeah,
something.
probably some sort of domestic. It's listen, I wrote these notes so long ago. I'm relearning it with you at this point. Like,
Honestly, more fun.
exactly. So yeah, they had some priors. So like, but she didn't know this obviously. Like, she's just like, what are these men about to do to me? I'm sure we can assume what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they both raped her and then, mutually agreed, I think we have to kill her.
To
Yeah.
like keep her silent
I would
so that she didn't like
so like
go
they
to the
didn't
police.
exactly. It would definitely be something along those lines. But it's like,
Yeah. You know,
oh,
murder is just not the answer for that. Maybe just like
maybe
don't
just like
rape women.
don't commit crimes,
just
guys.
just maybe don't do that.
So, they first tried to suffocate her. I don't know with what, but they tried to suffocate her. Probably with like a bag or just like, choking her out or something. Like, I don't
Maybe.
know. I just had on the report that whatever I was using to research, they first tried to suffocate her. We don't know with what. I would assume they just tried to choke her out.
Yeah.
Might
Unless she had something in her car.
She could have had bags in her car, like, for all we know. But so she lost consciousness, but she was still alive. Thank God. Not really thank God for what happens coming up.
Yeah.
So they realized they failed. So remember that they had a knife on them. This Franz Dutoit guy had a
Yeah.
knife and proceeded to stab her abdomen 30 plus times. And later on, she remembers Franz Dutoit saying something along the lines of wanting to mutilate her reproductive organs. Like this, it gets bad. It gets bad.
So just like why? Like why specifically her reproductive organs?
Probably because they raped her. Like, get rid of the
They
evidence
just
that she
hate
was
women?
raped? I think so.
Yeah, but if they kill her and she's already dead, like
Here's the thing though.
you have more things to worry about than a rape case if you're killing
Yeah.
somebody.
But like they didn't do a very good job. They don't know their anatomy well. Yeah, they somehow missed her reproductive organs entirely.
So
So like
what did they hit?
stabbing
Her
her
bladder?
probably like her bladder, her like bowels, her like everything. Like they stabbed her abdomen that many times. They probably hit everything
Except for
other
the
than
organ.
her uterus. Like, um,
Wow, you're so bad at this.
oh, and don't worry, because she's still alive. Her leg starts twitching. So it pissed the men off even more. And since, they weren't done, they slit her throat 16 times, each one getting deeper and deeper. This is graphic. I told you it's
How do you
graphic.
survive this?
Oh, I'll get there. I don't know how she did, but she's a miracle case. Oh, and she was awake at this point.
So
So
like
like
her eyes were open and she
her eyes were open
like did
and
they know?
because I mean she could have been like not moving and not even blinking at that point because her body is so weak.
Yeah.
She just remembers seeing an arm moving above her face, swinging left and right over and over and over again.
Mm.
It's, oh my God.
It's gotta be like horrific because she probably didn't even know that she was gonna like make it out of there. She probably accepted that she was just like gonna die there. Imagine how scary that is.
And
Just like accept.
she still talks about it to this day, like how she survived.
Well, it's
And
obviously traumatizing.
oh yeah. And she like speaks out against like everything and that like happened to her and is like I don't forgive these men. They can rot in jail for the rest of their lives if they're even still alive at this point. I don't know. Because they were probably
Yeah.
much older than her, I'd assume. I don't have their ages. But so after, they slit her throat so many times that she is nearly decapitated. This is where the partial disembodiment comes in. Like the wound was so deep. They were like, there's no way she's surviving this. So they stepped back, admired their work, and yeah. They said like they're also speaking in Afrikaans, so like I don't have like direct translations, obviously. But
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, she's dead. So you know what? They took her car, drove away. They were satisfied. Yeah, she was still alive.
So she's like bleeding out, basically, like
Yeah.
suffering.
Oh, so like she was basically in some like dirt and stuff. So she had enough strength to write her attacker's name into the dirt. So like they could go back and like find it being like, hey, just go look
Hmm.
where I was found. And she also wrote, I love
Oh,
like
poor girl.
I know. But then she was like, I think I think I can do this. I think I can survive. So she got up, so she ran towards headlights in the distance. Like they weren't like that far off a road, but it was enough that like it's gonna take her a hot minute because she's like dying.
Yeah.
She was so hopeful that someone would like stop and save her. But as she was moving, she realized the full extent of her injuries. As she stood up, her head started to fall backwards.
So she's like holding her head up.
Yes. She also felt her intestines from her abdomen. So she had one hand holding her head up. She's
And
literally
the
keeping her head on her shoulders. Like this woman is amazing. You know, the other one's holding her, organs from spilling out. So
oh my
she's like,
gosh.
but she reached the road, and that is when she collapsed. She is
At
like,
least she's in a spot that somebody could potentially see.
exactly. And you know what? Someone found her. A veterinarian student, Tian Ikrol. Again, if I say any of these names wrong, I'm sorry. I don't, not very familiar with South African names. I, they're just, I'm doing my best, I promise. But Tian Ikrol was visiting Port Elizabeth from Johannesburg, which I believe is another part of South Africa. I think it's one of the capitals.
Yeah, I ain't
They
got
have
no
like,
clue.
yeah.
I don't know my geography.
He saw Botha and used his training to literally hook her thyroid back into her body, which your thyroid's in your neck, I believe.
Yeah.
And literally, he was like, all right, this is how I think if I get this in, like, she has a better chance of survival. And but he's only worked on animals.
I mean, you've only worked on animals, but at least you're trying
He's
something. Like it could
trying.
give a better chance, you know?
Exactly. You know what? I'm grateful for that he tried. So he called emergency services, and this bitch fucking survives. Like, what an icon.
How do you like put a nearly decapitated head back on though? Like, do you just stitch it?
Honestly, I think she had like extensive surgery. I would assume from watching all this Grey's Anatomy that they had to like
Oh,
reconnect all the blood vessels and the nerves and like make sure like the spinal cord was in good shape. Because remember, her head bent backwards. That could mess up your spinal cord.
yeah.
So
That's ugh.
it's gross. It's gross. So she survives. So proud of her. Could never be me. I would be dead on the spot. I don't have that will to live. Um,
I don't have that desire for life.
yeah, no. But like she remembered everything about her attackers. Every little detail. And so like this trial like got attention from every South African person, every area. Like everyone was like, what the fuck happened to her? How did she survive? Like, I don't even know how she survived. Like, if anything, if
It's
someone's
definitely a miracle.
it's It's willpower is what it is. She wanted to live. And that I'm a firm believer of if you tell yourself it's gonna work, it will. And if you tell yourself it's not gonna work, it won't.
She really like willed herself to life,
Yeah.
basically. Ah, sorry.
So the trial did not last very long because they just pled guilty. They were
Well,
like,
what else are you gonna do?
like you're gonna say not
Like,
guilty when there's like evidence. So they were charged for kidnapping, rape, and attempted murder. Thank God it was not just murder. Attempted is okay. No, I'm kidding. It's not okay. Nothing like that is
do not,
okay.
do not attempt murder. Do not rape people. Do
Don't
not
do
attempt to
crime.
rape people. Don't do
Don't do
drugs.
crime. Don't do drugs unless they're legal and they're prescribed. Do your
I mean, if you
prescribed
want,
drugs.
if you wanna take some antidepressants, then go ahead.
I mean, bitch, me too. Like,
I should be on them.
honestly, every Gen Z should be on fucking antidepressants. So, Dutoit and Kruger got sentenced to life in prison in August of 1995. So, like, I will say, if her, she was attacked in December of 94.
It did take a long time to
That
get
took a
through
little
that.
while, especially if
Yeah,
they
but
just said,
also if she's testifying in court, like she definitely had to take some time to recover.
no, they
So,
didn't go to trial. They pled guilty.
oh, I forgot you said that.
I mean, there
I'm
technically was
dumb.
a trial, but it wasn't like she had to testify or anything. I mean, the evidence is literally like right there in front of you. She has like,
Yeah.
I've seen like picture of her. Like her scar is so dark and deep. I mean, how could
Okay,
it not be?
what's her first name again?
Allison with one S, I believe. Yeah, Alison Botha. Like she's a gorgeous woman, don't get me wrong. I've it's just that scar, it's like it's the first thing you see in like if you see something different about a person, it's always the first thing you see. But like that's her survivor story. Did you get a picture?
I'm trying. I'm attempting.
Oh. It's like you went quiet. Do you want me to just like
Damn.
try to oh, you got it. Yeah.
That's so deep.
Well, to be fair, every like again, I told you listeners, this story gets graphic, so I'm gonna talk about the graphics. I'm sorry. Um, but like every slash in her throat would make it deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
So like
That's so. How was her head like even on still? Like obviously
sheer
she like held
determination.
her head, but
She
like
was like holding her head. Like she had to like basically like hold it up from the back of her head, but like
and hold her front at the same time. Like
and hold her stomach
and like I
and
highly
keep
doubt she could.
pressure. Like this sounds like a made up story. Like I don't even get it.
I I want like I want to know what the scars on her stomach look like.
I don't because like with how many I don't have the exact number of like how many. I only have the exact number of how many times they slit her throat.
Yeah.
That's why I said 30 plus times in the abdomen. There's not an exact number. Unless there is, and I just couldn't find it. But remember, I did this research so freaking long ago. We're learning it together. I always have backup notes, and I'm using them right now. But it's just, I don't know how she did it. Could never be me. But yeah, so you know how they got life in prison?
Yeah.
Remember how I didn't say without the possibility of parole?
Do not tell me that these men got out on parole.
After 28 years, they were granted parole in July 2023 and placed under supervision.
Oh my gosh. That woman was probably seething with
Oh,
rage.
I'm sure. I'm sure. But like also we have to think about the laws in South Africa are a lot different. I don't believe they use a jury system.
Oh, I have no clue.
I
I
feel like
only
I
know
remember hearing this.
America.
Like no one take my word for this because I could be so wrong and I'm gonna see it in the comments later. But like I feel like I remember hearing somewhere that it could be a different country in that area, but I'm pretty sure they do not use a jury system. It's just the judge.
Mm.
So
Well, that
like
judge is stupid.
yeah.
No
Uh,
offense,
no,
but all
no.
offense.
If they were given life in prison and that was them pleading guilty, that was their basically their deal. I guess like their plea deal was, hey,
Yeah,
you'll get life in prison. Because I don't know if the death sentence is legal in South Africa, especially
I don't know.
like in the 90s.
It probably was that if they pled guilty, they could have the possibility of parole.
That might have, or that could have been it, like giving them the possibility of parole rather than no
Yeah.
parole, you know? But, you know, Botha, she went through so much trauma after this. I can't imagine how you wouldn't. But, you know, she just started traveling to become a motivational speaker, talk about her trauma. You okay?
Hit my nose on the microphone.
You're a fucking
I'm
idiot.
okay. I'm fine.
But yeah, she's a motivational speaker now. And well,
I
then and
mean, a
now.
good profession to go into after something like that.
Exactly. In 1995, which is, I think this was like right after the trial, obviously, so like right after the news went crazy about it. She received the Rotarian Paul Harris Award for Courage Beyond the Norm, which like
Yes,
love it, and
100%.
in Femina Magazine's Woman of Courage Award, as she should,
I
an
mean,
icon.
wonderful woman.
Yeah.
I need to
Um.
have that much will to do everything in my life.
Oh, she also got Citizen of the Year.
Okay,
Like,
like she
yeah.
deserves all of this. She deserves
I
all of it.
so she ended up writing two books about what happened to her. I don't have
How do
the
you
title.
write two books?
The story of what happened and then after. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know. She just has two books. She's a published author. In 2016, they actually made a movie about her story called Allison. I kind of want to watch it. I'm not gonna lie, because like
I want to
all
see it. Yeah.
just all of the graphic pictures in my head, I need to see. I need to see like if I'm picturing the correct thing.
Well, it's even more like sad that this woman, well, it's not sad because I'm glad she lived,
Yeah.
but like it's even more sad that this woman definitely like helped like make that movie,
Oh, she was,
right?
I would 100% say that she's an executive producer. It's her story.
Yeah.
You
I
kind
just hope that she like was rooting for it and didn't like kind of get like conned into it.
of, you see, that's, this obviously is, I don't want to say it's a biography kind of movie. What would those be called?
An
Biographies.
autobiography.
Well, I think biography book is all, but
Yeah. I think
basically like,
biography movies are a thing.
yeah. But like, also, do you remember how like I specifically mentioned like they were aiming to mutilate her reproductive organs, but they completely
Yeah.
missed?
She has
They
kids, doesn't she?
She has two boys. And she's
Oh,
living such a happy and healthy life, going around the world talking about her story. She's a literal icon to
I'm I'm
uh,
happy for her.
exactly. This is why like I was like, should I do a Survivor story for the first episode? Like have a happy ending, so to say. I mean, it's not as
Nah.
happy because they're back
You
in the
know,
world.
that that's
But to be
so
fair, they haven't recommitted any crimes. They're
well, yeah, because then they're gonna go back to
vaping.
jail.
I don't think they want to go back to jail. But yeah,
Yeah,
that is the story of Alison Botha, a survivor of being nearly decapitated and disemboweled.
that's mm, that's a
And
thing.
the nickname they gave him of Ripper Rapist, it just fits. Like,
Yeah. I mean, did they get that nickname because of what they did to her, or were
yes,
there previous cases like
no,
that?
this was specifically for this case. They literally, because they basically ripped her to shreds.
Well, yeah,
And
poor
that's the
girl.
tea on that. um,
That's that's the tea on that.
mm,
There's no possible way to smoothly segue from what you
no,
just said to mine.
I did warn you like before we started recording because you weren't feeling well. I was like, is this gonna make you vomit? Because it almost
Yeah,
made
no.
me when I was feeling healthy.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I like that stuff doesn't like get to me, but it's just the story that I have is just like there's no way to tie that in at all.
Well,
Um,
is it
yeah.
like? Is it like, are we doing a ghost, a cryptid?
It's like a spirit,
Mm,
like a
sorry, I took a
spirit.
drink. A like a
Um,
singular?
yeah, sorta. Yeah, I'd say singular.
Is it like a
Um,
haunting?
not in one place.
So this is a traveling. All right, you know what? Just tell me the story. I'm gonna stop asking questions.
So, you know how last week I did Mantis Man? That's water.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing another water spirit.
Okay.
So we're gonna do La Llorona.
I recommended this story.
You did. Um, I wanted to get the water things out of the way.
So we're going through the elements. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
I listened to another podcast that's True Crime and Paranormal called And That's Why We Drink. And oh my God, I remember hearing about this on their podcast, and I was like, I need to hear Corey cover this. I need to hear her take on it. How she feels about how do you say it?
La Llorona, because it's the
Llorona.
double L's. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I've heard some people say La Llorona, and I'm like, but it's a double L, and I'm pretty sure it's
yeah,
Mexican. Is it Mexican?
it it comes from like South America.
South America. Okay. So like we're going into like
Yeah,
Latin America.
yeah.
Okay. So
So
yeah, double L, it's Llorona.
yeah, Llorona,
Llorona.
La
Okay.
Llorona.
See,
Yeah.
I'm learning, guys.
So hold, hold please.
Gotta get the
All
notes
right,
out. The
I'm
notes were
good.
not ready.
Okay. So we're gonna start with her origins because there's always an origin story
Of
for
course.
spirits. So this
Someone
starts before
died.
someone died. So in
Hey
fact,
guys,
someone
I
did
talk about the
die.
death happening, and Corey talks about what happens after.
Um, we're going
I will
back to
say not
before.
all of my stories will be about death, as we just did one surviving.
I might edit that out. That was loud on my end.
That was like the third time I tried to say the same sentence. I don't think I meant to say that sentence.
All right, take your sentence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that we're going back to before the Spanish colonization.
Oh, so we're like, this is like
Yeah. This is
13th century?
Mesoamerica.
13th century?
Yeah, like
Okay. I'm trying to
centuries ago.
remember
So
when Spain and Portugal
this
colonized.
this folklore has been around for like centuries. So it's not like a new thing.
No, no, this is a very, very old thing.
Yeah.
Very old
So
folklore.
yeah, before Spanish colonization, Mesoamerica cultures already like told stories
Mhm.
of female spirits that were associated with water, mourning, death, like things like that. Like they were always kind of connected, but one of the strongest links was an Aztec goddess. I don't really know how to say this. I'll spell it. It's
Okay.
Chihuac. Oh, with the little dash
The dot.
thingy,
Oh, the dash.
like the accent.
Oh. Oh, with an accent mark. Got it. The dash.
Okay. Oh, with
Elementary
the
school Spanish failing us right now.
okay. So Chihuac. Oh, with the accent. ATL. If anybody knows how to say that, please tell me.
I can like I'm like picturing it. Like see
Si se se hua
say
koto.
what?
I we definitely just butchered that.
I'm gonna edit that out. That was so bad.
So this Aztec goddess is a maternal deity who wandered at night crying for her children, and she was seen as an omen of disaster or conquest, and often was associated with childbirth, death, and rivers.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm starting to like she's kind of like a white lady, I think, right? Do you know what a
Yeah,
white
the
lady is?
yeah,
Okay. I was gonna say you're the one
yeah.
that covers paranormal.
Um, so according to Aztec accounts, they reportedly heard a crying woman before the Spanish conquest, which was interpreted later as a La Llorona foretelling catastrophe. So it comes from the Aztec goddess that
Yeah.
was associated with like rivers and
This goddess's
death.
name that we are definitely going to butcher.
Yes.
Let's just call
um,
her Miss C.
Miss C.
Miss
Yeah.
C.
So it basically comes from Miss C. But basically, before the Spanish conquest, they heard the lady crying, so then they came up with the whole story. Um, After the Spanish colonization, the legend was reshaped to a mortal woman who was often indigenous or like some sort of
Hmm.
Spanish, um, who was abandoned or betrayed by a Spanish man. And then her grief turns into madness, guilt, or rage. And then, like, the Catholic ideas of like sin, punishment, purgatory were added in later on with the rise of Catholicism.
Yeah.
And this blend created the version most people recognize today. So, yeah. Um, well, what?
What?
I just like forgot how to say.
How does one talk, especially when we are like we're creating our own job of being able to talk?
Yeah. Basically, that's where the story comes from, but that was reshaped over time to get the core story. So now there's one core story that basically every area that believes in La
Hmm.
Llorona focuses on. And that core story has like, details that vary. But the core story usually is that a beautiful woman falls in love and has children. Her lover abandons her, usually stated to marry someone of better social status or monetary, wealth.
Yeah.
Um,
Boo,
and
men. I listen. We both have boyfriends. I'm kidding. We
I
we
love
support
only my
every
man.
human. Yeah, I only love my man. I don't love your man. That would be weird. We're not going
So
into our trauma. No. We'll edit
that's
that
another
out.
tea.
Or don't keep it. I'll just keep it. Be like, that's tea we're not gonna discuss right now.
Not right now.
Maybe like
Um,
if we get like I don't know, we should make it a goal. If we get
if
like
we get
a
100.
I was gonna say if we get 1,000 monthly listeners before let's just say next year,
Yeah,
like 2027,
we'll
we'll
talk
spill the
about
tea about
it will just be
our
a whole
this
podcast.
whole bit. That'll be a whole episode is us talking it, which technically like true crime does kind of tie into it if you think
Technically.
about it. Nothing
Technically.
nothing got let's just say we didn't report anything to police, but we totally could have.
We could have a case.
We could have a case, but we don't feel the need to have a case.
Yeah.
Like I
Anyway.
said, 1,000 monthly listeners before 2027, which we could blow up overnight for all we fucking know, and that's the next
I
episode.
hope. I hope. So, oh wait. Okay, so a beautiful woman falls in love, has children, her lover abandons her, usually stated to marry someone better socially or like monetarily. Um, in this despair, jealousy, or madness of the man leaving her while she's about to give birth, so she's about to give birth, she gives birth. She's like super, super sad,
Mhm.
like angry. She kills her children by drowning. And after realizing what she's done, she either kills herself or some stories say she dies of grief.
I've heard both stories. Like it can go either way.
Yeah.
I think it's like what I would assume is like it's a combination of both, where she
She
felt so
was so
guilty.
grief stricken.
She
Yeah.
was so grief stricken. She's like, I need to be with my children.
Yeah.
So like,
That's what I think. So instead of punishment in hell for murder, she is cursed to wander eternally, searching for her children, crying in agony, and it's an endless wandering and remembrance. So that's the core story of La Llorona. She
but
just wanders endlessly.
it's such a sad backstory.
Imagine that happening to you. I wouldn't kill my children, but I.
I would not commit murder again. Don't do crime.
La Llorona has like a very like distinct appearance as well. Like you can't mistake her. So it's actually pretty consistent across regions, so it seems to be rather universally accepted that she is dressed in a white dress or a gown.
The
So it could
white
be like
lady.
yeah. She's often seen soaked or tattered from the drowning, obviously. She has long black hair. Sometimes the stories say that it covers her face, sometimes it doesn't. Um, her skin is pale or corpse-like, like mine. Um, She seems to be floating rather than walking in some of the accounts. And sometimes people say her face may appear beautiful from afar, but skeletal, hollow-eyed, or monstrous from up close. But unlike many ghosts, she is bound to an emotion, not a location. So she's not bound to where she supposedly killed her children and killed herself. She feels more so like despair from either cheating or someone
Mhm.
leaving or a child drowning or some sort of death involving water. So she's more so tied to those emotions than like the
Okay.
location.
And I think, I mean, I think I would assume you're gonna cover like white ladies and stuff in the future as well. But I think that's
Yeah.
like their like differentiating thing is that La Llorona, she like travels, but a white lady is stuck like in her land, her
Yeah. She's
perimeters.
stuck on her little, yeah.
Like, I've heard so many interesting stories about white ladies that it's so freaking creepy. And usually
We'll get there.
a white lady does not always have to have a child. I think that's the other thing. It just has to be a woman who's like struck with like grief over a lover,
Yes.
but they don't
Yeah.
have to like kill their child. They just have to
Yeah.
commit suicide, I guess. That's graphic, but
Whoa.
yay! No, no, not yay, not yay.
Please don't.
Please don't.
I'll
We
please don't.
appreciate
We don't
every
condone
living
that.
person. Life
Yeah.
is very important. We are very anti-suicide.
Anyway, something to note about her is that if her crying sounds far away, it means that she's close. And if it sounds close, she's actually
Yes.
super far.
That's what I find so creepy. Because you got to think about that. Like if you don't know this story, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, she sounds like she's 500 feet away. I'm totally fine. Meanwhile, she's like standing behind
She's
you.
like
And
breathing down your neck.
you like turn around and you're like, oh, hey,
Like, hey, who are
what's
you?
up? She's obviously very associated with water. She appears near various bodies of like water, like rivers, lakes, canals, wells, floodplains. She shows up near water, but it's
Hmm.
not because it's water, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just like it helps if there is water.
Yeah.
I think I get it.
So
Yeah.
yeah. She most often shows up at night, primarily midnight, so not 3 a.m. like you'd expect. Like most ghost stories or like
Hmm.
spirit stories say like 3 a.m. She's a midnight kind of gal. She's asleep by 3 a.m., but she's up at midnight. That's when she likes to show up. She seems to be more active during full moons,
Always a
in
full
fog or
moon.
mist. So
Oh
like when
God,
it's
it's
foggy
just
out
everything.
and and near places where there are records of children drowning. So, like another child drowned there, and she can sense their spirit and basically either comes to rescue them in some stories, or she mistakes them for her own kids to try and get rid of that like endless wandering because she's looking for her children.
Hmm.
She'll like mistake them as her kids.
Oh, do you think that means like she's helping like free children from walking like on the earth as well? Like if she's trying to find her children, she can like get them out.
I'm not sure.
That's what
Like
it sounds like
story
to me.
it's I think like in the stories it's trying to say that like she wants to end her own wandering, so she's trying to find her
Mm.
kids because she can't get into like purgatory or like heaven or anything without her children. Like
I
her soul is tied to her children.
definitely not purgatory because she's in a purgatory
I
technically.
mean, I meant heaven or hell.
Yeah, I was about to say.
uh, but her soul is like linked to her children's souls, so she can't get in without them. So like the way that I see it, because she's not like technically a benevolent spirit,
No, she's not.
so the way I see it is she's trying to save herself more than save the
That
kids
that
that
tracks.
drowned.
That tracks. But
Yeah.
like, if just coincidentally she's like because she's looking for her kids, she finds
I
another kid
mean,
that
I
drowns.
guess like
Like,
a silver lining, she can help
yeah.
them.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if she can, but it would be cool if she could.
It would be a silver lining to
Yeah, it
her
would be a silver
story.
lining.
So significant sightings are from mainly South America,
Hmm.
but Mexico has the most detailed and widespread
I was
stories.
right.
Yeah.
I was
So
right.
the stories in Mexico are often tied to canals and rural villages, so like very secluded areas, not very big populated
Mhm.
areas. Um, this is where most of the legends come from, Mexico. The Spanish conquest.
Yes.
Um, Central America is very similar, but La Llorona is seen as more violent. Not because I would consider the La Llorona that we know to not be benevolent, but she's not evil. Like she's not violent necessarily.
Yeah.
So in Central America, she's just seen as more violent. In southwestern United States, like Texas or like New Mexico, there
Mhm.
are some stories about her. They have legends of her that were brought north from Mexico and South America through oral tradition. And
Oh
then
yeah.
colonial cities in general, like across America
Mhm.
and like South America and everything, they claim to see her, and some legends place her in like the old streets, crying through the alleyways. Um, these sightings are usually reported consistently across every region. There isn't really a standout story because they are all very, very similar.
Yeah.
So there's no like account in here. But every account, every single one, has said that they hear cries before seeing her. They see a figure gliding near the water, and there's a sudden cold air, feel of dread, or paralysis.
Paralysis.
Probably from fear.
Yeah, I was just like, is she like hitting you with a like a paralytic I
Okay.
forgot how to English.
Okay. Um,
Like, is she like hitting you with like something that's just gonna like numb your whole body up? Like,
No, I think people just like get paralyzed from fear, but like cold air, feeling of dread, you know.
that's a normal thing with spirits. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens when you see her varies by where you're hearing the story from, but some outcomes include psychological effects, physical effects, and children-specific effects.
Children
So,
specific.
yeah. She
Okay.
often brings psychological effects such as overwhelming fear, confusion, or disorientation, nightmares afterwards, or a lingering sadness or guilt with her. So the nightmares usually consist of either her or you yourself drowning or drowning someone else. In the more folklore versions, like in Mexico, she also brings physical effects, which are illness, fever, sudden weakness, and in very, very rare versions, death. And then the children are most at risk for La Llorona and her effects because her story centers around drowning her children. This is said to be because she may mistake them for her own or may lure them toward water. So, like, she may mistake the children for her own and try to lure them back to the water to get, you know, into
Mm-hmm.
heaven or hell or wherever. In darker versions, she drowns them after she mistakes them for her own kids.
Poor
So she tends to
babies.
attempt to lure them out of their homes, or if they're playing outside, attempt to lure them away from their outside playing area with a song or seeming welcoming to them.
Hmm.
So she like does something that kids would love.
Yeah. And
And
it's
then
sorry.
I was
Sorry.
just going to say that adults are most often frightened or cursed than killed, while children are said to like possibly die.
Yeah, and I think it's that makes sense because children are usually more connected with the spiritual
Yeah,
realm. I don't understand it personally. I don't know how, but that is just children, they have that connection. Maybe it's
just
their
like cats and
imagination.
dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know, but um, she is not a benevolent spirit, but she's also not like solely evil. Like I don't
So she's
consider her
not
evil.
benevolent, but she's not malevolent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so I could best describe her as a tragic, restless spirit driven by grief, guilt, and obsession.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I would say she's dangerous, but primarily because of her uncontrolled sorrow. So she doesn't do things on purpose, but she's just so blinded by
Yeah.
like her
She might
grief.
I don't think she knows what she's doing, which is doesn't make it better, but
Yeah. So some versions portray her as a warning spirit to tell you, especially children, to not wander at night or don't go near water, or she is seen as a symbol of maternal loss and colonial trauma. Her violence is usually indirect or mistaken, not calculated cruelty. So she's not like doing it on purpose. There are a few things that you can do to ward her off. Um, there are religious protections, so you can use things like praying, especially the Lord's
Sign of
Prayer,
the
or carrying
cross.
or carrying a rosary. You can carry a little rosary. You can try carrying a crucifix or calling on saints or the Virgin Mary. There are folk remedies in places like Mexico that include avoiding rivers at night, don't respond to her cries, stay indoors after dark, and carry iron or blessed objects.
You know what? I'll be good with the after dark one. I don't leave my house. I don't go
I
out.
do. I
I
actually
do
do, so maybe I'm at risk.
sometimes. Yeah, you're the one who's usually driving more.
Yeah, it's okay.
Especially because it gets
Um,
dark at like 4:30.
yeah, I be driving home from work in the dark at
As I
6.
said in the last episode, I work a Halloween festival. I work till past midnight.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it's not Halloween anymore. We are
Yeah.
literally in January right now. I don't know when this is getting released, so like, but we're recording this in January.
Okay. One last thing.
Okay.
The cultural advice to not ward her off, but to avoid falling victim is to have adults warn children not to wander. And people are also told never to follow a crying voice. So if you hear
hmm
a woman crying, just don't check on her. Just be like, oh, you're a crying woman? Fuck you.
Honestly, I don't like emotion, so if I see someone
Yeah.
crying and I don't know them, I'm just gonna walk away anyway.
I wouldn't comfort a crying stranger anyway, but
Yeah, like that's kind of, I mean, like it's one thing if they come up to you and they're just like, "Hey, like I need to like get away for a second." Do you think you could like if someone comes up to you and is like, "Hey, this person's following me," like something like that, and they're like,
I would help them.
I would help them. But like
But I'm
if I
not
just
going
like
up to a stranger.
walk past, like I'm not stopping.
Yeah. Um, and then importantly,
hmm
acknowledging her presence or calling out to her is often said to make things worse in literally
Yes.
every version. So just ignore her. Just flat out ignore her.
Cool,
Don't,
works for me. I don't like social interaction.
yeah. Just like don't do anything that could
Just no.
potentially draw her attention. If she doesn't notice you, you're good. But the second she notices you, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Because if you're a man, she also is said to go after men in some
I'm
versions.
good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, you're more good than me. But that's La Llorona. I think she's just a tragic spirit,
It's a
you
very
know.
tragic story. I mean, like, you cover
Oh,
that really well. What the fuck was that?
you were saying?
I was saying you did a really good You did a really good job covering that story. I really liked it.
Yay. Better than Mantis Man.
Better than the 20 minutes you took on notes for Mantis Man. You actually
Better
knew
than
to take
Mantis Man
notes
in
this
general.
time. The Mantis Man is
Mantis Man.
ew.
That's actually an acid trip.
I think it was 100%. But then again, like the amount of times I've driven past Insectropolis and saw like a 20-foot mantis just
Oh no, it
next to the
scares the
road.
shit out of me. It actually scares me so
No,
much.
it's like you're just like, oh shit. And then,
Every time I drive past that with like my boyfriend in the car, I like make him like shield my eyes. That's all.
yay. Well,
We
how do we end
spilt
this?
the tea.
We did spill that tea.
We did
Um,
spill the tea.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And that was the tea.
I love all of you guys.
Thank you for
That is a
listening to us talk
threat.
about random shit.
That is a threat.
It's a threat
I
that you
love
love them.
yes.
Who knows? Maybe I'll cover a stalker story one day. And then you'll be like, guys, it's me. I'm kidding. No, no, no. Okay, girl. Can we end this?
Okay. Goodbye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. That was the tea.